Hello, and welcome to my podcast, The Life of a Young, Struggling Schizophrenic. It's been a while since I've uploaded an episode, so I felt the need to this evening, this Monday, January 19th of 2026 at 11:42 p.m. What have I got going on? I slept like the last 2 or 3 days. The trazodone really kicks my ass when I take it. I'm working on a few projects, of course, the Soundcraft and the Lightcraft. And my website's coming up. It's already live, but I'm working on that too. Schizostudios.org is my website, and I'm kind of proud of it. I'm piecing it together bit by bit. I'm also looking for interest in becoming a member of Schizo Studios brand and uploading posts and content to the website. It's geared for people with neurodivergent or schizophrenic or basically any mental illness that alters how you see the world. And this is a chance to present your perception in healthy ways. I believe that by utilizing the studio, Schizo Studios, that you can have a landing place and a launch site that includes all your works. And I'm not asking for much. I'm actually just trying to get people on board. Of course, the cost of running everything does come into play, but we can get down that road when we get to it. I've been paying out of pocket for everything. But if anybody wants to join in on Schizo Studios, go ahead and reach out to me. You can either do that at schizostudios@icloud.com or anonymous at schizostudios.org. Those are listed. I don't know. I'm having a big dream of the whole get-go, and it's taking a while to actually manifest in this world. How often we seek camaraderie, how often we want to help others, but my viewpoints and opinions I tend to keep to myself. Actually, I guess I think I should keep them to myself. NSCW, no should've, could've, would've. I often feel that with others joining in, it would become a more brighter, apparent banner instead of just a one-man show. My apartment is atrocious right now. I have to take out the trash. I ran out of trash bags, so it's little bags and boxes and stuff like that. So I gotta man up and take it out. I don't really know. I wish that there was a way to get this bigger, get the Schizo Studios bigger, and for the wholesome intention that I have. But so far, after how many years of this podcast, there hasn't been anybody to reach out, nobody to leave a comment or anything. I don't know, it's kind of disheartening. What are we gonna do? So I'm gonna go over something that I might have already went over it, but we shall see. Might be on my computer, let me see. I'm looking for the Smith Equivalence app. Smith Equivalence app. Let's see if I can find it. Searching, searching, searching. What? Where'd it go? Gosh dang it. Oh, there it is. Oh, no. That's not what I was looking for. That's a Technomancer's Guide to the Craft. That's not it. Let's go, dolphin. Equivalence. Searching, searching. Searching. Okay, well that loads. I can pull it up on my phone, but I don't want to stop the recording. So I don't think it will. We'll go ahead and pull it up here. Smith Equivalence app. Here it is on my iPhone. I have Smith Equivalence app version 7.1. So, oh golly. How can I run this? I can run it in Python. Okay, so I go here, and it's the Smith SEA underscore V7.1 py, and we run it, and it prompts for single all-day date, single date plus time range, date range only, so 2 days or more, that starts with at 0000 hours of the first day and ends with 23:59 the same day, or the end of the date range. And then date range and time range start at whatever time and end at whatever time. We're gonna go ahead and do a single day date with time, and we're gonna do it for 11:53. So 4, we select 4. And then we enter the date, which would be 2025. Month, 01. And day, 19. Okay, we entered that. Whoops, I entered it wrong. Damn it. we'll start over and 4, 2025. Oh, whoops. I didn't have cap or numbers. 2025. Oh, 11. No, 01. 19. Then it prompts start time. We go 23:52. We'll actually go 23:55. End time 23:55. And then it asks for city and state. So we will go ahead and do my city and state, Spokane, Washington, WA. Oh, and then we cycle. It says select a cycle. Sidereal day, Nodic month, synodic month, tropical year, nodal cycle, precession, and galactic year. We're going to go ahead and just do one sidereal day. Harmonic. We will go ahead and do 11, the gateway of the liminal gateways and passages. And then it outputs slot 2025 119 23:55 5 2025 1 1. I didn't say to do that. Nope, 19:23:55. Julian day is, so right now it is 2460.695.82986. LST is 8.0653 hours. And GC is A. Waits phase. Represented audible frequency is 68.793144 hertz. And so it's generating a 60-second tone, and it saved the tone, and it saved the logs as well. So now we go over here. And we've got the log and the sound. The sound I will play here for you now. So that sound was the audible sound for the sidereal day of 2055. or 2355, which just occurred. So that if all the harmonics and if all the harmonics were done for every state or every location and time, you could basically render a sonic replica of that exact time. That the time becomes a representation, that sound becomes a representation for that specific place as well as that specific time. And it's something I worked on and created. I'm not sure how I don't know how it would hold to anybody else. I know that it is Smith equivalence formula is now a law that I've noticed, and like through using that representation, you're applying the Smith equivalence formula, which is common in like witchcraft in practices. Is this object is no longer an object, it is now a representation of this, either but person, being, place, time. But and harmonic. The harmonics are mapped to be consistent, but like if you listen to the galactic harmonics, they are so low behind human comprehension that it takes it, and if it's using the warped or I can't remember, the octave warped or the LST, it depending on what you're using to map it, it has variables that are different, but it's just how you use it. Like the Julian date that I just said is like the exact time for that period. And the Smith Equivalence app, you can then make songs based off those frequencies and use the Western tonal, get down, the Western tonal process or application. It's another thing I'm working on that takes the frequencies, maps it to Western intonation notes, and then can be used to determine scale and key signature to use in a song. I've been really focusing on that. Not for a while though, but I want to work out the kinks in the Western tonal application because it really lightens the steps of, or at least it automates the steps of creating a full spectrum audio rendering with individual signs that are then transposed to Western tonal music notes, but the originality and like what they represent remain the same. So to use a Smith Equivalence app, you would just run the same information over and over 12 times, and you would get the 12 harmonics that I currently use and am aware of. And you would make one for each harmonic. So then you would end up with 12 sounds, and it takes it and it says this harmonic is closest to this note. And then it does that for each of the harmonics. And from it, it pulls what scale would be best representative of that. So if there's, say, like one of the frequencies is F sharp, and then another one's D, and another one's A, and then one's A flat, and one's C, and one's C sharp, it would take and would find what scale best fits. It doesn't create a scale, those are already in place. It just says this scale works best with these, represents best these frequencies. And then during the music that you produce, you can actually include the direct frequencies as like background or above ground or foreground, or like you could use the frequencies intermittently with the scale output. But now you're gonna steal all my secrets, and no you're not, I'm joking. It is now 12:03 a.m. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and say goodnight, and I'll put this out for you to listen to.